Hey, what's up you guys? This is Shelby and I'm coming to you with my very first YouTube video. I'm so excited to be finally doing this. It's been a very long time coming, but I finally have all of my equipment now. So the very first look I'm going to do is this green warm smoky eye. I didn't really know what else to do for my first video, but it's St. Patrick's Day today. So happy St. Patrick's Day, and you can never go wrong with a holiday look, right? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. Just like a nude base, so that the color of the shadows stick and last longer throughout the day or night. The majority of products that I will be using in my videos will be MAC because that is where I'm currently employed. And MAC is like relatively easy accessible. It's not super expensive. It's like a medium level price point. So I feel like you can never go wrong with using MAC. Okay, so I'm going to take soft brown first on a tapered blending brush, just right through my crease, because I want this smoky eye to be a little bit more warm. I just really like the contrast of red and green anyway, so it looks really pretty for a smoky eye. Makes it a little bit more wearable, I think, too. So we're just going to do windshield wiper motions to lay down that transition color. And just focus it right in the crease. Don't bring it up too high and don't put it on the lid, really. I mean, you can. We're going to go over it with green anyway. Okay, so this green that I'm using is from one of the new x9 MAC eyeshadow palettes, but you can just use any vibrant green that you can find. And I'm using a flat brush to pack this right on the lid. And I'm going to kind of create like a cut crease shape. Just focus it right on the lid. It's kind of hard to not bring it up too far, but just kind of carve out a cut crease so that the transition between the green and the brown isn't muddy looking. We're just going to lightly blend over it to kind of soften them together anyway, because I like a little more harsh transition from the red and the green. I think it contrasts a little better and pops. Okay, so then I'm just going to go over it with the same tapered blending brush that I used with a little bit of the soft brown on it and just kind of soften the edges lightly to start to blend them together a little better. And then I'm going to take Swiss Chocolate from MAC, which is a similar red toned brown as soft brown. It's a little deeper though. So I just want to give a little bit more dimension and a little more depth in my crease so that the transition is even softer. So just keep building. The key thing with smoky eyes is you can never blend too much. So just blend until it all starts to look soft enough to be an easy gradient. But don't overblend it. You can easily overblend when you're doing two different colors like this, and it can start to look muddy. So as long as you're using a tapered blending brush right in the crease like that, you should only be blending the line between the green and the brown. Do you see what I'm saying? And then I took a bigger, fluffier blending brush just over it real quick so that it softens it even more. Like I said, though, just keep blending. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of the brown underneath, too, because I just want to give the bottom part a little bit of depth. I don't want it to be anything too harsh, but I feel like most of the time with smoky eyes, if you don't do anything on the bottom, they can look a little unfinished almost. So even if you just do a little bit of mascara on the bottom. And I'm also going to run the green through there too and kind of smoke them both out together so that it's soft and just defines your lower lash line a little bit. You can blow it out though. I started to, but okay, so then we're gonna take, this is the brushstroke brush black liner from MAC. It's their newest eyeliner. I love this liner. I feel like it's easy for anyone to use. It just has a felt tip on the end of it. And I'm just gonna do a basic wing, really, starting from the outer part, bringing it in. I don't want it to be too dramatic, but I do want to elongate my eye. And also the false lashes that I'm going to wear have a little bit of an angle to them as well. So I want that kind of like almond eye, cat eye effect. That's usually how I like to wear my smoky eyes, really. I feel like that's flattering on any eye shape. I don't think there's one person I've met that didn't look good with the wispy cat eye style of eyelashes. Okay, so then you could have something that looks like this. Starting to come together a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to take Duo for my lashes. And I'm going to put a little bit on my mixing palette so that it has a little bit of time to dry. I usually do this first while I'm still doing something else so that the glue has time to get tacky. That way when I put it on, it doesn't slide around and mess up my eye makeup. So as that glue is drying, I'm going to be singing to myself and also doing a very light coat of mascara. This is Hot and Naughty from MAC. You can use whatever you want. Just something to lightly darken your lashes underneath the false ones so that they blend a little better. If you have lighter, like blonde lashes, sometimes you can see a little bit of them peeking underneath the false lashes. So this will just help them blend. But there's the shape of the lashes that I'm going to use today. You can see they have a little bit of a wispy elongatedness to them on the outer corners. And I'm going to fan them and dance so that they get tacky. I will be doing a video on how to apply false lashes at some point. I'll probably do winged liner and lashes in one video, just so that I can show how I like to do it, how it works for me. And I mean, I've been wearing false lashes since like 8th grade, and I'm 24 now, so I'm not like an expert, I guess. I don't know, but I have found some ways that really help me over my makeup journey. So, and also this is how I teach my clients at MAC. Okay, I'm doing some mascara on the bottom too. There's that brushstroke liner again, and I'm going to just go back over my lash line and hide the band. This, you know, the Ardell Demi Wispies are what I used to use a lot when I first got into makeup, which is pretty much what these are. I think I got them off eBay. But it's just nice to hide the lash band, even though there isn't really one with those. Some lashes have a thicker lash band. Obviously, some are invisible. But I just always like to go back over and double check. Okay, and then I'm taking Benefit's Porefessional. I just really like the way that this fills in my pores. If I want, oh, and then I'm going to take the Beauty Blender as well. And I'm using MAC's Mineralize foundation in NC20. Now, I normally wear NW, but for some reason in the Mineralize line, the NC looks a little better on me. So, I don't know. That's what I'm using today. I like the Mineralize line because I personally have dry skin, and this is one of the only foundations that doesn't start to look cakey on me. It just soaks into my skin throughout the day. I probably will do a foundation routine at some point, and like a highlight and contour video. Just basically like the basics that most people want to know when they're getting into makeup or trying to learn new techniques. That's like the number one question that I get at MAC is false lashes or how to contour and highlight or like a basic foundation routine for full coverage going out or like a day-to-day. So eventually I'll get there. This is just step one. That was a brand new Beauty Blender that I used, by the way. It was from this this new set that I got. And I'm going to use the smaller one with the Pro Longwear Concealer. I am extra and I like to mix NW20 and NW25. So I'm just going to take that on my mixing palette. And I'm going to use this really cute little baby Beauty Blender that came in the set that I got. It's like a little baby. So cute. And I'm going to run that Pro Longwear right underneath my eyes. I also usually do a little bit through my T-zone too, just for the extra coverage. MAC is I'd say the best concealer, I can't talk, the best concealer is still Pro Longwear. It's very tried and true. I don't think it'll ever get old. And then I'm going to go over that with some mineralized skin finish. Oh, turn it. Almost there. With the color Light Plus, just to set it, and oh, and I dropped my sponge. To keep it in place throughout the day. And also, this is from the mineralize line as well, so it's good for my dry skin. It doesn't start to look too heavy or cakey. And it just keeps everything in place all day. Okay, so we're just going to pat that. I used a powder puff at the end because I wanted a little bit more coverage, but then I'm going to take the Solei Tan Day Chanel. This is my favorite bronzer of all time. I can't find anything comparable to it at MAC. I mean, there is some cream sticks that I've used before, but I just love this bronzer. That's my third jar of it. I'm going to take that on an angled brush and just lightly contour with it. I don't want anything too crazy, but I do usually like to wear a contour on a day-to-day basis. And then I'm going to take the mineralized skin finish in Light Plus again on a powder puff and kind of carve out my cheekbones a little better. And I'm going to bronze all over because I just always like to look like a bronze goddess. Then I'm going to take Modern Mandarin from MAC. This is from the Vibe Tribe collection, but you can buy it at any time in just regular packaging. It's just like a nice orangey tone blush. Goes good with the warm in the eye. Then I'm going to take an angled brush, and this is MAC's new Great Brows. It's just 3 different powders that you get in a set, and mine was in the color Cork. I normally wear a more warm tone color in the pencils from MAC, but these run a little different than what the pencils do, so I'm just going to carve out my brows a little bit with those. I don't want it to be anything too crazy, but I do like a lot of definition on my brows most of the time. Focus mainly on the tail, and then just blend in, kind of ombre it a little bit so it's soft. I really like the color with my hair though. Cork doesn't normally look that warm. And then I'm going to take nylon, which is my favorite highlighter, right underneath my brow bone, just to emphasize that a little bit. I do this normally every day on a day-to-day basis, but it looks very good with smoky eyes. It just brightens up a little bit from where the, smoky eyes can look a little bit heavy sometimes. So this just brings a little bit of life back into your, well, I was going to say light, brings light back in, but I guess it could bring some life into your brows. And then I'm going to finish up with Fix Plus all over. Can't live without it, especially because I get drier, so this always makes me look a little bit more natural and less powdery. Then I'm going to take Strip Down from MAC. I just wanted kind of a warm nude to go with the blush and the warm in the eyes. So it's like a warm toned brown, a light brown nude kind of. And then on top of that, I'm going to take my favorite lipstick from MAC, which is Honey Love. It's just a nice nude, but it's one of the nudes that doesn't wash you out. Still gives you color. So we'll run that all over. But then I did feel like it was looking a little bit too warm, so I took Viva Glam 2 from Ariana, and I needed a little bit of pink in there to kind of tone it down. And then lick your thumb, or suck your thumb, rather. Okay, and then to highlight, I'm going to take Whisper of Guilt from MAC. This was from the Nutcracker Suite Holiday Collection. Thanks, Shauna, for giving me that as a grab. So we're going to highlight with that all over. This is my favorite highlight from MAC. I don't know why. I guess just because of the goldy undertone to it, but it just looks so natural on everybody, but it gives you the prettiest glow. So I'm just going to probably overuse that, but I love it, so. Okay, and then after that, you are done. This is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. I will get better. This is just me kind of getting familiar with everything. If you're still here, you watched all the way till the end, thank you so much. I will have a lot more content coming, but I need ideas, so please head over to my social media pages and leave me ideas of what you guys would like to see, because I need some ideas. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.